Hello everybody, this is JD again. How you all doing? This one is really not for you the American people, but for more the unions in this country. Now, as you know, I am completely against the political machine that is running Washington, D.C. Our Congress, our presidency, has been taken over almost completely by the political party. And as far as I'm concerned, if you study the Soviet Union, there's really not much difference. But now, let's talk about saving our nation. The more and more the political machines get control over our government, the more and more we the people lose. Now you say, well, what does this have to do with the unions? Your strength is only in a strong, vibrant, solid middle class. Without those people, there is nothing. Your union came into existence because the middle class needed strength as an organization, as a group of people. And it's taken the upper echelon many years, but they have squeezed out the middle class. And they will continue to squeeze out the middle class unless we take the Constitution by the reins and say, this is our government. This is our land. Got to fix this collar. Or we're going to lose. Not just me, but each and every one of you, and especially you, the unions. Without a working middle class in this country, there will be no unions. And you say, well, how are you, JD, going to fix all that? By bringing us back to the Constitution. Our Constitution. As it is written. Not the way we would like it to say things, or the way we think it should say things, but as it is written. The union has no strength without people. And the government is doing its darndest to remove the people from the government. See, I did a video, The Institutionalizing of the United States of America. How our federal government is becoming institutionalized. And once that happens, in all institutions, people exist only for the institution. No more, no less. And in this country, when people exist only for the government, we will have lost our middle class. It is headed that way. They talk about small business growing into corporations and then eventually becoming institutionalized. The United States federal government does not need to be institutionalized. Unions, hear my warning. Without the American people, without the middle class, you will be nothing. Look around yourself now and see what's happening. Some people say the federal government is waging war on the middle class. No, it's the upper echelon slowly squeezing out. And it's up to us, the people, to say no. And it's up to you, the union, to back away from the political parties that are doing this. Don't try to make a one deal with them, because later on, what they say, when you sleep with rattlesnakes, expect to be bitten. And that will happen. The unions will turn. The political parties will turn. And the unions will pay the price dearly. And what are you going to do? So how are you going to stop this? How is the unions going to stop this political machine that's taken over our federal government? Same thing I tell everybody else. All you got to do is get your people out there. Get those signatures telling the Federal Election Commission to put JD on the ballot nationwide in every state. James Dennis Criveau. And we together will get our country back. You put that name on the ballot, I will do the rest. But if it doesn't get on there, we've already done that route. We've done the write-in. JD, JDC, JD Criveau, James Criveau, James D Criveau, and James Dennis Criveau. All those votes put together really constituted a showing as a write-in in 2008. Because they were all me. So I could sit here and tell you all the things we can do. And we can do a lot together. But understand, my first and foremost promise to each and every American, and unions hear this because you need these people, is to bring their voices, to bring them to Washington, D.C. And Congress shall hear them. Of course, I'm going to do my darndest to get rid of the political parties out of Congress, both the House and the Senate. I will start this country back on the track of we the people, of the people, for the people. And we'll never accept, ever accept, a government where the people exist only for the government. You don't have to take my word for it. Just take a look at what has happened. Listen to the promises. Listen to what you got. The political parties make all the promises in the world. They deliver nothing. I only make one. I will bring you, the American people, each and every one of you, to bear down on Congress. And together, we shall fix our nation. That's all I can promise you. I can't do it alone. You can't do it alone. Unions, you're losing very dearly. So you need to understand, you and I should be intertwined. You and I should be together. Because together, we can make it happen. Funny, here I am, my whole life, being in the Navy and then working in the non-unions, and saying, hey, unions, you need help. And I'm here to help you. But we can only do it together. And the only promise I am going to make to everybody, each and every one of you out there, and each and every union member, and each and every union, and each and every person, is that I'm bringing your voice to bear down on Congress. both the House and the Senate. And it can be done, and it will be done. And the president, in accordance to the Constitution, has that power. You just got to know where it is. And that I do know. And let any congressman or senator make a mistake and walk into my office when I'm president and introduce himself as a political party first, I will physically throw him out. That I will do. Because I'm not interested in any political parties. I'm only interested in you, the people. And the unions, you have to be interested in the people. And together we can get this country back to where it belongs. There's no need for lobbyists. There's no need for special interest groups. And the biggest lobbyists of all, the political parties, we don't need them. What we need is you, the American people, and you, the union, to get your people off their duffs and get out there and get those signatures. Get my name on the ballot for 2016. And we shall, together, all of us, win this election. And we shall, together, all of us, get your voices heard in Congress. And we shall, all of us, put our government back on the proper track it belongs. These are the things that shall be done. I'm not going to promise you lower taxes. You already know I feel that we are so overtaxed it's ridiculous. I'm not going to promise you more laws because you know how I feel about more laws for the federal government. If they come up with any more laws, they're going to have to move into your house and start telling you how you get dressed, how you get undressed. They're almost trying to do that now. Look, some cities are telling you what you can and cannot eat or drink of regular food. Never mind alcohol. So, people, you all have to realize, I'm not kidding around. I'm not playing around. And you, the people that run these unions, have to realize, without the middle class, you have nothing. And it's time you realize that you need me, JD, as badly, if not worse, than I need you. I mean, what's the worst that's going to happen to me if I don't get the unions? Hey, I don't win presidency, so that's the way it goes. But what's going to happen to you, the unions, if I don't win? You will eventually not exist. You will have worked yourself out of existence. The middle class in this country will disappear. Do we need a revolution again? Yes. But does it have to be with guns? No. Our Constitution has given us a way to do it. And we can do it if we only bothered to do it. So people, gather around, gather together. Unions, join the march. Together, all of yous, get those signatures. Get them into the Federal Election Commission. Get my name on the ballot for 2016. Do it now. We need it done now. And we shall win. We can very, very easily win the national election. But only through you, the people. And unions understand that, through the people. You and I should be wound so tight together in this. Your very survival depends on the people, the middle class. Your very existence depends on whether or not we, the people, become the runners and the bosses of the federal government and not the political parties. We thank you for your time. Unions, think about this. If you think I'm wrong, continue on the path you are, and you see you are losing every single day. Promises, promises, promises. Where me, the promise is I will bring your voice and you have to work for getting. That's what I'm going to promise you. That your voices will be heard through your people. But it's going to take all of us working together. Not something given out here and there, but working together to build this nation back. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. You never heard that for a long time. A person running for president telling us we got to work together. But that's what it is. And it has to start with all of yous out there getting those signatures and getting my name on the 2016 presidential election ballot. Thank you. This is JD.